And we're also going to find out here very soon. We have jumped into game. Pixel bans are starting in faculty. Going to be on the blue side here, and Dignitas over on the red. I can tell you this, Doomsday already the first one banned away. I'm going to see, obviously, what Dignitas are going to ban out, and it's going to be a Gaslight Joker.
Of course.
Oh, no. Oh, whoa.
Oh.
Are they trying to get it? Are in faculty trying to get the Arcane Green Lantern?
I think so. I think they have banned Green Arrow. That's pretty much a big plus for them. Big plus. Since Green Arrow can really poke someone out and damage out someone in lane. It's pretty tough, and good ban there. This is a good ban.
All right, well now Dignitas obviously taking some time here. They're going to take away the Atomic Green Lantern, so will we see the Arcane picked up here right away for faculty?
Atomic Green Lantern is always banned or picked. Oh, but no, there's the Atomic Wonder Woman instead, and he gets locked in by Axon, so that's a bit of a pickup. I'm sure Nuruk has to go with Arcane Green Lantern right now.
I would assume so. I'm looking over at them, and I'm just like,
there's a Joker Prime.
And the Arcane Green Lantern.
Yeah.
See, the thing is, I've talked to Zacchaeus about this so many times. It's like, how do you ban out Dignitas? I mean, came to the conclusion you can't. What you can do is ban away things that they will typically play and take things that they will typically play to force them on something they're not as comfortable with. And again, we're going to see the dual marksman kind of role here with Gaslight Batman and Mecha Wonder Woman picked up here for the side of faculty. We've seen it before. I think we saw it in the August monthly final. It did actually fairly well, but the problem is they're very squishy.
It's tough to call. I talked to Axiom about this. He's an old competitive player from Europe, and he has been screaming a lot against Dignitas back in the day. He was on Time to Pawn together with an amateur team, and he said it's difficult to go against Dignitas because they have such a huge champion pool. Every time you think you ban them out, you pick them out, they pick something else, and then they completely stomp you with it. It's crazy.
Oh God, are you serious?
Wow.
So they get Joker, they get Arcane Green Lantern, and they get Shazam, as Mason was saying earlier on. You gave them three, four champions that they love.
Oh.
So right now, in fact, they better have a plan. And right now, API, yeah, gonna help out.
Superman gets locked in quick.
We saw Superman play by T-Spark a little bit earlier on. It wasn't as successful, but the premise of it, the idea of it, being able to get to that top lane to anywhere else very quickly is always something that is very frustrating to be up against. But the fact was, in that game versus Na'Vi, they weren't able to get the Raiders in the right situation, which was kind of weird because, actually no, the Raider was pulled topside in that game, so that's why he wasn't able to get down to the bottom lane. But then again, you compare potentially what he's up against top, could be Gas. Oh,
you hate her.
Potentially be Gas. No, I love Gascut. She's the one I love playing. Actually, that's Catwoman. Never mind. I hate Catwoman.
You hate Catwoman.
Oh, she's such a jerk.
So there he goes.
We're gonna see
okay.
We're gonna see seriously a marksman Joker again. Seriously, Chris. Chris, I hate you. If you can hear me right now, I hate you. They have soundproof headsets on, but we saw him do this against Na'Vi, and it was like a troll game.
This is going to be fun. I'm looking forward to this.
I know Zacchaeus is in chat. And also, again, happy birthday if you are listening to this one.
Yep.
You're an old man, first of all, but right now, I bet you he's facepalming because we saw this, and it did nothing. It was terrible. He did no damage. Yeah, he was hard to gank, but he did absolutely nothing. His baby bombs obviously don't do anything without power damage. Obviously they took away two, marksmen that he plays, but still, Cyborg's up. We've seen Cyborg before out of him.
Well, I wouldn't go with Cyborg.
Can I slap him? Can I put my headset down and go slap him real quick?
Wow.
I want to know, is this a disrespect pick, or is this just like literally a part of their plan? I don't know. And they did, actually, no, he did play Cyborg against Na'Vi, and they won that game.
Oh.
After losing the first one to Na'Vi in the August finals.
Right.
And I don't know, Zacchaeus and I kind of agreed, and I think Mason even did earlier on, that we're expecting more Cyborgs to come around because of that current meta of having these bruisers who have just tons of health. I don't know. Slitzer had an okay game on Catwoman, but I don't know what to say about this one.
Stolen powers on both teams are pretty much the same as well. Just exactly the same, almost. Robin cameras are really in right now.
Oh gosh, I'm thinking of that meme of Will Ferrell from Zoolander.
Oh yeah, it's very in right now.
Yeah, well, obviously game will be kicking off here in just a few seconds, guys, and obviously you can let us know who you think's gonna win. I'll give you all the information a little bit early on. And see, let us know as well here.
Let us know on Twitter, hashtag Go4Infinite or Go4IC if you want to.
I was gonna say at our Twitters, at Jay Kaplan and at Oh My God, I'm Sue.
Oh my God, I'm Sue.
There you go. S-U-E, not S-O-O.
Shoo.
But either way, looking at the teams, ignore the team names like I asked Mason before. What comps are you really favoring? which one you really have preferred to win this one?
Well, Dignitas has pretty much the CC chain by T, right? Really hard. I mean, we have the Darky. We have Darky playing Arcane Green Lantern. And then we have Shazam and Catwoman. It's just a lot of stomp coming into the team fights. That goes, ooh.
The only way they could have made this more trolly was the fact of if they chose Robin as support. I guess that's the only way you could really think about it.
Dives into Blood Dragon though here. Gets a couple of free hits here. Goes away.
And well, obviously he's gonna be going back to base here, and he will be obviously in the jungle on the Atomic Wonder Woman here in this one. And of course, Dr. Cox gonna be on his Shazam. And I'm curious to see how Nurok's going to build this Nightmare Batman. Obviously, we saw him before, or not him before, but earlier on with Na'Vi. Jutsu built him full damage. He died, you know, a couple times, but he was just split pushing that entire game. That really caught HK off guard a little bit.
Yeah, definitely. And looking at his augments from Nurok, it just has a lot of attack damage and attack penetration with that as well. It's just too much.
Got a little bit of health in there.
He got a little bit.
A little tankiness. 1/3 of it.
1/3. Little candy.
Obviously, you know, comparing ultimates, you know, look at the top laners. We talked this before with the whole Superman thing. He can roam around the map a lot quicker than, you know, Nurok can.
He has that map presence.
Yeah, and Nurok obviously has a teleport, yeah, but will that be enough to really kind of persuade the faculty for coming into a fight, obviously when he's going to have the opportunity? And I believe Schlitzer, when he was 1v1 before, I don't remember, I think it was K-Mac. He actually did 1v1 him a couple of times, and he was like the only saving grace within the team. Then again, you had actually no, I can't remember what game that was, but he did play it, and he actually did phenomenally well on it.
Exactly. The thing is, it's more about momentum. Who gets the momentum nailed down the quickest? And so far, Dignitas has been doing a great job with it.
Well, look at this. We do have a lane swap coming in. Hollow and Kuja both going to be the top side here up against Nurok. And of course, Exxon going to be bottom lane up against Darky and Chris here. So, you know, looking at the 2v1s, or the 1v2s, I guess we should say, you know, it's going to be really interesting because obviously, you know, Superman, he gets a little bit of a shield, so he can tank up a little bit more damage. But in terms of wave clear...
Yeah. It is a bittersweet thing. You're alone against two opponents, but you get more XP out of it. It's a bittersweet thing.
I'm wondering if they're going to be able to get the last hits in because obviously Nurok has his battering. So he's going to be able to obviously clear out the waves from distance here. Obviously, you know, Superman, he does have his Frost Breath, but again, you have to kind of get a little bit too close here. And, you know, he's up against a lot of CC on that bottom side. So obviously this one progresses here. And you can see already Darky trying to put a little bit of presence there. And I'm curious, like with this, for me, Dignitas should open the raid on the bomb side, pull down Schlitzer again, and then kind of go for that early raider if they want to do it.
Yeah, they have definitely the chance right now. Going against one person in bot lane, they have the opportunity. But so does top lane with the point and root flick, but there you go. Kuja gets a little bit of tower hits over there. Silver battering is just so overpowered as well. Hits you hard. Hits you hard.
Don't tell them, they're listening.
Yeah,
Don't want to get nerfed anymore. But yeah, again, one thing, you know, not to over-exaggerate it, but raider control. Like you saw obviously with HK and Na'Vi, how much it can really change a game.
Definitely.
You know, getting an early raider, getting early camera control. Dignitas has proven they can snowball games very, very quickly. Now, my question is, in fact, like I said before, one of the few teams, or one of the earliest teams to figure out the counter to that, and you know, to actually contest Dignitas at these raiders. And I believe Dignitas, they kind of realize that, they kind of know that it's in their back of their mind. But is it going to affect how they're going to play? Do they have something else up their sleeve here for potentially Na'Vi if they do obviously beat in faculty?
Indeed, and the raider is just so good for you. Like it's XP, gold, and a surveillance tower, and that gives you so much more map vision, and it's infinite. It's infinite map vision, and a lot.
Were you trying to make an Infinite Crisis joke? No. I think they're still listening. Either way, again, you can see Darky just completely zoning away Exxon, and see, okay, so I'm thinking about other MOBAs. I'm thinking about, you know, general strategy. So there's kind of a couple strategies you can see here. We could have, you know, Dignitas or in faculty, obviously, since there are similar things on both sides of that. They can push down the turret very quickly. And then they can start to roam around. As you can see, this top turret right down about half, actually below half HP here. Yeah. On the bottom one, well, just a bit above it. They could go for something like that, and they kind of transition into more of like a skirmish kind of thing in the mid game.
Yeah.
Or they can just try to keep the solo laner just kind of out of XP, out of credit distance, and then try to take that, you know, free lane you have for your marksman and transition that into some fights. And well, right now you can see the bomb turret very close to being going down. Darky able to shove this one in. And top lane, well,
not so much.
With Dr. Cox there, he's able to defend it with two people.
Oh, it's really low though. Will it go down?
Should hear it. Exxon already backing away from this one.
Yeah, there he goes.
Now here we go. So this is the early control they get. They get a lot of map vision or map control with cameras if they want to put it down on towards that southwest side.
Yeah.
Meantime, middle, we did have a little bit of gank coming in here as we have the teleport forced out of Neurot to get down to it to keep Schlitzer alive. Blood Dragon tried to go in for it, but unfortunately only level 4. Didn't have that follow-up of his ultimate. But here we go. Look at the transition on this bottom side. Chris, Darky, both heading up. And all it takes is one Mr. Punchy.
Oh, and a little present. And that's done for. Oh, there he goes.
That's a great read on the construct, but unfortunately a little bit too slow.
Just too slow. The punch did hit, though. Did you see that?
I did not, actually.
Oh, did really?
I was looking at the map to see what was happening top lane because New Rock was still 1v2. I mean, of course, Dr. Cox was there. But one thing, you know, I will give Faculty this. They are not allowing Dignitas to play their own game at this point. They are forcing them into these awkward kind of laning phases.
Yeah.
They're not allowing Dr. Cox, Snurok, and Schlitzer to have this great synergy that they've been able to have. But look at this gank coming in the middle. Right now, Kamek might be a little bit too far pushed up. We'll go for a little bit of a dive here. The construct going to land as well, and Darky going in really deep here. Shouldn't be enough damage to actually pick up the kill, but they might force him back, and that might force a Raider at Dignitas.
It's just, the thing is with Dignitas is they get control, like I said before, and they really grasp onto it. And once they get it, they won't let go, and that's what Faculty doesn't want. It's just, they don't want to give them that control over the game.
Schlitzer killed Kamek. Didn't catch that one. I apologize, guys. Obviously, I'm not the best observer here, but apparently did 1v1 him in the end. Kamek, I guess, came back out of his turret range, and obviously gives Dignitas that first blood here. And a little bit of a credit lead, as you can see, 9.6, 9.7 thousand up against 8.1. Obviously, a lot of it due to the turret going down bottom lane here as well. But now, again, we're seeing Chris all alone on the top side. Actually, he looked like he was all alone originally, as Darky has finally rejoined him back up here. But the EMP is now up. They have a level advantage. But right now, Atomic Wonder Woman's already heading up there to potentially stop it from being taken.
1K in the lead with the credits here for Dignitas as they got the first blood here. But we have a little scramble going on in top lane. Chris is going to get a lot of damage here from the Faculty, but Dignitas counters it together with Darky, getting them zoned out as much as possible. Really nicely done here by Darky.
And that's what we talked about with Joker. Again, really hard to gank. Obviously has that leap away. They committed quite a few people up there, but it does obviously let Dignitas know that, hey, we're looking for the MP. We want to secure it. Blood Dragon going to start it off. And I believe Dr. Cox is really not in a place to really prevent it from being done, as you can see in that jungle currently. So EMP will be picked up for, here for Faculty.
Nice.
But will they get an opportunity to use it? I mean, yeah, you can get EMPs all day long, but if you don't actually push for a turret for it, they're not going to net you too much here.
Or an EMP. Or a Raider, excuse me.
True. And they're going head-to-head against Exxon, who's not taking that much damage up against him, but he's able to zone him back. Obviously has the help of the drones on his side, just kind of hammering away at him. And it looks like he might be able to force him back a little bit, but obviously Ultimate's not coming online. He has his teleport and his barrier up. And I feel like we're going to see a big team fight breaking out really soon.
I hope so. I love team fights. I love team fights just a lot. It's great. Good stuff.
All right, so Darky now. If I can get back to him, there we go. Still on top side, still trying to zone him out. I'm trying to think about, late game, how this one kind of works. I feel like Schlitzer, he's on a similar type of champion like Joker is. Like Catwoman, obviously with your, I was gonna do a cartwheel, wasn't I, here on stage? Obviously with his cartwheels, he's really mobile. He's really hard to lock down. He's really hard to gank. When it comes into the zoning power, though, I don't feel like he has as much zoning potential as a Joker normally would.
That's true. That's true. The thing about Catwoman is, though, the dangerous thing about Catwoman, she has the ability to disengage herself from a team fight anytime as possible. She could just cartwheel out and cartwheel back in, provide damage, and do the same thing over and over again. It's just so infuriating. And the same goes for Joker. You could just, like, pop out. Just done.
But he's also marksman.
I know.
He's full marksman. I was just double checking. But then again, we run into the same problem that HGK had. Where's the CC out of Faculty to lock them down to kill them? And then, well, they have one. They have two slows. Well, three slows technically, but it's not enough to lock down Chris or Schlitzer for long enough to kill them.
No, not at all. Well, if you get your Frost Breath right with Superman, you can lock him down a bit. You have the API, which is the point-and-click route, which everybody hates, followed by the Ball of Thorns. Well, if you're not the one getting rooted.
Of course.
And we have, yeah, that's all the CC there. Double 80, the double marksman has been going on for Faculty for a long time.
Well, I haven't really seen them make it work too successfully, but I'm hoping to see something out of them here. Remember, again, in Faculty, one of the few teams that's really been able to push Dignitas out of their current, comfort zone. But the problem is, Dignitas are 9-0 up against them. And look at this. Cox going top side. Looks like we can have a little bit of engage coming in, but the punchies again. able to zone them away, able to keep them back, but here comes Kamek from the mid lane. They're looking for a fight. Cox doesn't have the ultimate online just yet here. It looks like they will go straight for Chris. Looks like his leap's going to be gone here after this one. The Mech Warlord's going to come in, going to connect onto one. That will be another kill coming in. Nurok going a little bit too deep right there. As you can see, Dutchcock's forced back as well. That would be a kill trade, though, as we do see Blood Dragon actually fall. Schlitzer still trying to fight this one in, cartwheeling left, right, and center. And it looks like he should be able to pick up a kill onto Hollow as Shazam comes back and hit level 6. And that will be a 3-for-1 trade here, potentially more, if they can catch on to Kuja, who's trying to run away. One of the few times I've seen him actually be one of the last people standing from a fight.
Oh, there it is.
All right, 4 kills. EMP even going to be used on Raider again. Even Dignitas that early game control, and that's something that Dignitas always do. Right before they go for a Raider, they always try to make a play. And the thing was, and Faculty was the team to actually go for that. They were the team to force a fight, but Dignitas were just there quick enough to stop it.
Exactly. Like I said, just once you give Dignitas that control, they won't let go of it. It's going to be pretty rough for Faculty to damage control this out of.
It's like giving a dog a bone.
Yes.
It's not going to let go. Or a stick, at least for my dog. Just won't let go.
The baby grips.
Oh, Superman come in mid.
Oh.
And he's still coming in for Exxon. So,
Exxon, please.
Yeah, 1 kill's nice. But it wasn't a Raider. It wasn't the 4 kills that you lost. And if they get a turret, I'd say it'd definitely be a kind of a nice trade for them if they can catch up the camera as well, which I don't actually see placed just yet. There it goes on the top side. But either way, in Faculty, you know, the double marksman. Let's see, actually, is he? So he's power and attack. And we have power and attack. So both of them going kind of a little bit of a hybrid here. Actually, I'm sorry, that was the wrong person. No, okay, so no, Hollow is not going hybrid. He's going full attack damage. But again, you know, I talked about this with Mason. How do you come back from losing control? How do you stop a snowball? It's going to be something that even the best teams struggle with.
Definitely, definitely. It's either always a Raider fight that goes really good in, like, really well in your favor. But like you said, it's so tough to come back from snowball, especially from Dignitas. It's just merciless.
Just trying to think of a funny name to rename Dignitas, but it's something involved with snowballs, but just it didn't come to me. But either way, so you can see K-Mac, let's see, has curtain credits, 3,100 up against Schlitzer at 4,100, so a nice 1,000 lead here. But Schlitzer is able to already, you know, kind of push him back a little bit. Look at his items already has coming in as well. Has the crossbow at 1 rank so far. And right now, Chris, again, this is what I'm worried about. Like, yeah, you can be really far ahead, but can you ever be far enough ahead that you make Joker work as a marksman? Like, I don't know.
How far does it go?
Maybe 30,000, and look at this. Getting coming on the bomb side, Exxon kind of getting caught out. And this should be a kill. I do have Dutchcox with ultimate up. Again, I was talking about that, you know, that synergy between Dutchcox and Nurok, and again, going to be coming out very well here as he's able to get the ultimate onto him. Exxon trying to juke him, but he just walked right back into a net rebound. Nice little heat ray comes in, but not going to be enough. So another kill being netted here, 6-2 currently here for Dignitas. And this is allowing Nurok to just kind of, well, he has a Crimson Bible, and he has a crossbow as well, so he's been a little bit of damage with his tankiness, but he's going to get a free reign over the bottom lane now.
Exactly. It's scary how well Idrocox synergizes over his team. It's super scary.
Maybe he has telepathy with his entire team, not just Schlitzer.
That would be amazing.
I would hate it, actually.
That would be really scary as well.
You think about the downside of it. It's like, you know, yeah, someone, oh, how do I look today? And they say, oh, you look great, but they're really thinking, no, you look like an idiot. That's the downside to that. I thought about this, as you can tell.
You're hitting a bit personal there.
I thought about your superpowers, but nice double stun comes on the Kuja. I see Middlebuck with Baby Bomb comes in.
Baby Bomb.
Chris, as you can see, not doing that much damage. But again, this might be a tell that they might be going for Raider very soon when it does come up. Honestly, about a minute and a half away. And again, this is where Dignitas transition. This is the let's force a kill, which they might get on a Blood Dragon, and they in fact will, and turn it into a Raider right away. They're going to get vision control of it when they do start to put some cameras in. K-Mac going a little bit deep here, going to pop the ultimate onto Schlitzer, but no, the shield going to be enough. He's going to pick up a double kill here. And that is 3 in total as they picked up Kuja in the top lane as well here. Hollow all by himself. You do have Darky come back, and Snowball's real. 9-2 here, and you can see the credit difference. Almost 10,000, only 14 minutes in.
How long will it take you to accept Joker Marksman?
Never.
Okay.
I mean, you could pay me, and I might finally say it, but I won't have a smile on my face. It's like, yeah, we'll take Gaslight Catwoman as a marksman.
Oh, no.
Yeah, she'll claw only. She won't do anything else. Just
claw.
Yeah, just claw. Just her Q. Over and over again until something dies, which will probably take like 10 years. But again, Nurok gets a bomb turret, so they increase their crit lead a little bit more. And curious to see, like, on Faculty. You know, I can never really, you know, say it exactly with 100% confidence, but I can always, you know, kind of analyze it from a perspective of a caster who does a lot of MOBAs. One thing that you always see at every MOBA you ever play, you need vision.
Yes.
They need vision. And the thing is, if they can force Dignitas to kind of move into their side of the map when they don't have vision to get that vision placed down, they could pick up a kill. Like, they do have the damage to pick off someone. They have a lot of DPS, and they have the lockdown to kill one person. And the thing is, you need to take that one kill and transition it into a turret or transition it into a raider. You can't just be satisfied with that one, and that's, to me, at least how they're going to come out of the snowball if they're able to.
Exactly. I mean, you have those Robin cameras that gives you 5 cameras. Just, they need to utilize those really good, because if you can just put them out in the enemy jungle for them, I think they can just play for picks.
See, this right here is like, we should catch them, because you can see where they all are. Top lane needs to come down, but again, Darky already kind of transitioning to stop that. Raider coming up in 10 seconds. They would have a camera on it as well, and they realize we have to contest this. But this is where Dignitas excel. It's like, you're going to fight them at Raider, but they're going to just walk all over you here. I mean, yeah, they're standing in the camera. They know where they are. But
they have nothing to initiate on. They don't have like a Shazam all just goes in and Shazams, and they don't have a they don't have that.
You can squeak. You can Base and I've each done it. EMP coming down. Kuja popping his ultimate as well. That stealth, and there's a health drop as well. Actually, a speed buff, and it looks like that will be the first kill coming from the side as Dignitas yet again. Here you can see Dr. Cox just trying to push in Darky ultimate, able to keep Schlitzer alive here, and Chris and Schlitzer chasing down K-Mac. He's gonna fall from this one. In the meantime, that will be Exxon following as well here. So 4-0. And Raider, and this is just what I was saying. You're gonna fight them at Raider, and they're always gonna win these fights against you.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
They even have like a strong mid. I want to say they have a strong mid-game team, but I guess they kind of really don't at this point. But because of they're so far ahead, they kind of already do. Like they're in their late game stage, while and Faculty's still in their mid game.
Exactly. That's just that. The Joker and Marksman, I feel like sitting Chris down and give him a lecture about it. Like, no. Like a mother does with his young child.
Yeah, I wouldn't lecture him, I'd just slap him. It's more efficient.
Schooling.
More effective. Actually, no, they weren't allowed to hit us in school.
No.
In the States.
Oh.
Unless you were like at some like private school. But either way, Chris kind of getting caught out, getting slowed up here. Darky just like, peace, I'm out, bro. He actually does back away from this one. Chris obviously trying to kite them, trying to run away. Looks like he will eventually fall from this.
There goes the healing wave. Will it be enough though? There's the point of root click. And the barrier trying to get him. Oh, it's so dangerously low and almost dead here. One more hit. One more hit. One more hit. Oh, so much tower damage coming in. And there goes the hit. There is the last hit that gets him down for the count. Nicely done by Holo. But Darky tries to avenge him. It's not enough.
But you saw right there how much they had to commit for one kill.
Oh,
it was 2 people technically, but Kudra almost died from it. Holo below half HP here. In the meantime, you know, Neuroc's pushing bomb. He's cool with this. He's like, all right, you guys can keep fighting up there. You can have, you know, obviously Chris stall for as long as he possibly can, and then I can just transition this into maybe another turret, at least some good damage onto it, but more importantly, a lot more free farm. And you can see now, looks like Dr. Cox has the ultimate up in about, well, now. And he's looking for a fight. Obviously, Raider has a while to go here, and they actually might, oh no. Exxon.
Exxon, please.
Has he been spotted?
He's gonna get sandwiched here.
I don't think he's been spotted just yet. Well, he will be now as you see Neurot. They're going straight for Blood Dragon. Nice key vision does knock him away. Does get obviously cancel the ultimate. Shazam comes in. Darky comes in as well. And again, they just roam around the map so well. But look at that. K-Mac ultimate not really kicked on to anything here. You can see Neurot trying to stay into the fight, trying to stay on towards the south side of it, trying to sit on the edge of it so he can kind of regen up a little bit here. Dr. Cox forced back. And again, instead of fighting, instead of committing, they disengage. I don't know why. In fact, he just didn't collapse on that. Maybe they didn't have the vision. Well, clearly they didn't have the vision to see anyone else coming in to back them up with. But that was a perfect time for them to like pick up a couple of kills.
Exactly. Sometimes I don't. You have to commit to something like that. When you get a good chance, you really have to put in 100%. Or you won't grasp onto it. And that's what I've seen so much from. And Faculty or from H2K even, that they just don't commit. They just.
With H2K, I think that's a big problem, and then also the fact that they didn't have any CC like and Faculty does to commit to anything.
Exactly.
But I mean, obviously, you know, we have the full 2020 vision. We have the hindsight of looking at being like, well, that's, you know, potentially they messed up. Maybe they should have done that a little bit differently. But it's obviously a lot harder when you're in the game, especially when you're the caller for the team. You know, having your entire 4 teammates relying on you to really make the right decision at the right time. And either way. You see the credit difference now about 12,000, 14-4 in kills.
That's a lot.
Raider up at about a minute 30. And, you know, and Faculty can't contest it. They just cannot contest it at all right now.
I don't know how they can damage control themselves from this. I mean, play for picks is good, but how can you pick off someone who has a lot of map control right now? I think it's 2 Raider camps.
I think it's too late. I think this is something they should have done a little bit earlier on.
Yeah.
Like maybe the second Raider. Yeah, during the second Raider, where they had more vision control, thing is, like, now they're starting to fall levels behind. Like, they're falling items behind. You can see, you know, Exxon 1 level behind Nurok. I can see in the jungle, Blood Dragon 1 level behind Dr. Cox, 1 level behind middle. Well, 1 level behind between the marksman and 3 levels behind between the supports. And look at that, Exxon trying to push in here. Obviously, you can see Dark off to the side, able to just kite, and Shazam coming back in, and Blood Dragon getting locked down completely. Slitzer looking for the kill here, and Blood Dragon should fall. They're already able to pick up 3 now. Looking for that 4th one, and Slitzer walks straight into Mecha Warlord ultimate. He will finally fall, and in fact, he will finally pick up 1 after what seems like 10 deaths. And well, either way, Dignitas gonna be happy with it. 3 for 1, whatever. They'll take it.
Exactly. So far, so good for Dignitas.
I mean, if we're to be completely honest, I have them as being the favorites in this matchup. And I mean, just looking at past results alone, being, what was it, 9-0, I didn't really expect, in fact, to be able to pick up a map off of them. But honestly, they have the potential to. Like, each team does have the potential, especially in an offline environment here. But Dignitas just one of the most experienced teams at offline events. Like, you're not going to phase them. Maybe if you, like, walk over and like rub their shoulders in a very sensual way, maybe they'll like freak out or something, but other than that, I don't know how you're gonna get them off their game.
It's difficult to mind gaming Dignitas like that. It's pretty hard, yeah, I have to say.
Online in 10 seconds.
I've seen Mason slowly sneak over there like, should I do it? Should I maybe rub it? No. Actually, don't see him, I was just making it up. Either way though, 22 minutes in, just about. Raider has respawned in, and again, like look where everyone is on the side of and Faculty. Exxon bottom lane, obviously has to teleport up so he could get to the fight. But this is the problem. Like, so you can do this. You can split push right now and try to go for the turret. The problem you're gonna run into is Dignitas isn't gonna care because they can just take the Raider as quick as possible. Like, the whole idea of split push right now is A, you've given up on trying to contest Raider, which they have, so you're trying to get something out of nothing. But also B, you're trying to stall them from doing Raider by sending 1 person down there to go for him. And Dignitas just don't care. They'll fight 4v5 even if you have to teleport up to get there.
Exactly, and Exxon didn't have his speeding bullet ready. He doesn't have his ultimate for like 10 seconds right now. And committing something to a split push is either a hit or miss. And in this case, I have to say it's a miss.
Well, right now you can see, honestly, giving up 3 Raiders. You can see the Raider camera being deployed here on the top side as well. And now, if you're going to give up Raiders, you need to make the money count somewhere else. But they're not really getting a substantial amount of farm right now. They're not really taking their own jungle camps anymore. And oh no, Blood Dragon. You're playing a risky game, sir.
Here it goes.
Right
oh, he gets caught here by... Oh, no. Dot. Just, wow, so close. Really
Mr.
close.
Punchy, unfortunately, was aimed in the right direction, but didn't take into account Blood Dragon's leap in that one. And, well, they're going for a big push on the top side here. You can see one man's south side is Nurok. Teleport up in about 2 minutes' time. But, again, it's going to be a little bit too late to join the party. But, you know, EMPs, I don't see any. And I say they might push onto this top tier here. They have 4 men up against, well, no one. I mean, they completely just get this up for free. I don't understand.
Just disengage himself from every fight. They just don't want to.
The thing is, you're just giving them more credits. You're giving them more of a lead. And,
yeah.
Well, now they know that the Raider camera is obviously towards the top side, but I mean, if you're gonna defend, I guess there's, you know, if you defend that turret and you lose the fight, then you will lose your dampener guaranteed. But at least if you fight on your dampener, you have more of a chance of surviving. But then again, if you lose the fight there, you could lose the game. So it's gonna be very difficult, obviously, in each of these situations. As you do see, Dr. Cox trying to push him in a little bit, Blood Dragon able to do a little bit of harass to him. And Nurok as well, trying to push this bomb dampener in. And you can see the transitioning over straight towards it. 5 men there, AMP comes down. They're looking straight for this dampener. And the fight's going to happen. Blood Dragon getting locked down yet again by Nurok. They're going to burst him down first of all people. And Mecha Warlord not really going to do too much because he has no one to protect him in the front side. Closer. And that will be a 2-kill lead here. And Dignitas, they're eyeing that dampener. They want it.
They really want it. They really want to commit to it. The thing is, and Dignitas is so ahead in level, I don't want to go against a Catwoman who's 3-2 levels ahead of me. I don't.
I don't think anyone in their right mind would do that. As you can see, Contract's coming out. Slitzer just trying to zone them away, and the dampener is gone. Slitzer, yeah, will get locked up, but he has the backup. Has a Mr. Punchy coming in. Almost out of Chris there. And I think Chris just wanted to win on his marksman Joker. I think that was the real reason. Because honestly, it's still not really doing that much. Like, if you think about it this way, like, you hit someone with the Construct, you hit someone with the Nightmare Batman Ultimate, and you hit someone with Mr. Punchy, that's like 3 CCs. Like, that person's not going to move, which I guess in the long run they've been doing. But I still feel like, you know, Cyborg or anyone else, even if they don't play marksman, could do a little bit better.
I still don't believe it.
Maybe if we can talk to him a little bit later on between the games,
yeah,
we can figure out exactly what the whole point of that is.
Exactly. Rub his shoulders a bit, you know, like, hey, stop.
You know, you can't
do this, man.
You can. I won't rub his shoulders. I do that to casters only, actually, if
Right,
you ever
right.
watched any of my previous casts before. But either way, you can see Nurok again, just trying to farm up. His items, I mean, he's got damage, the Hunter's Crossbow, he's got the Mirror Master Prism for some power fights with the Suit of Sorrows as well, so he's got a lot of attack armor, he's got a lot of power armor, and he's got damage. Like, you can see, when he jumps into the fight, he doesn't really take too much, and, you know, the only person they have to really clear that CC, I believe, is Exxon, but he can't use that necessarily on that because he has so many other things to worry about. He's got to push, you know, Catwoman away. He's got to worry about, you know, the Shazam just ulting in. And not to mention Darky, you can just kind of be a really big nuisance as he joins the middle of the fight here. So Raider, about a minute's time yet again here. And obviously, in fact, he's going to give this one up.
Crime Bible on Nurok is always... Crime Bible is always a must-have in every champion almost. Either
I've never
Two-Face
seen him not build it.
Yeah, exactly. It's just nice to have all that health stacked for nothing. For no reason. It's just
Are we
goes
smelling
by.
a nerf right now?
Secret. Secret.
I wonder if, actually, never mind. I'm not even going to get into it because that could get me fired. I was thinking about, you know, the next champions coming out because I don't know which ones were announced and which ones weren't that I know about already. But either way, you can see Chris, Joshua's Revolver now finished. So he's able to do some, you know, decent damage, but here comes Superman from the backside. Goes straight for Chris here. Darky coming in, though, and Darky will be able to protect for a little bit longer. Chris kind of getting locked down completely, and there they go. They pick up one kill, but now you need to transition into more. You can see Nurok, and you can see, of course, Dutch Cross going straight for Blood Dragon. They pick him up too quickly, and Schlitzer is just not even being harassed. He's just fucking all over them, I should say, cartwheeling all over them. He's able to pick up a couple of kills there. 3, now 4 for 1. And you know what? That dampener should be going down very shortly as well. Here, Schlitzer, a little bit to get away from that turret. And Darky, I mean, even Darky's relentless.
Darky's
He's 3 0
relentless.
17. He hasn't died once. You have Schlitzer at 12, 3, and 6. Like, they've had a total of 6 deaths
Crazy. It's crazy.
in almost 30 minutes.
The thing I noticed during the team fight is always mostly against Dignitas. They pick up a kill, and it's good, and they want to commit to it. And then suddenly, like, there's more Dignitas members closing in on them, and then they just distract themselves from the team fight.
We saw how much they had to commit to killing just Chris. Like,
Yeah,
the amount of
exactly.
ultimates, and not to mention, well, the little bit of CC they do have. And it's like, yeah, you can kill Chris, but he's playing Joker Marksman. He still has to worry about Schlitzer, who's doing ridiculous damage. He's 12, 3, and 6.
Yeah.
You still have to worry about, you know, Nurok, who's just ulting Blood Dragon every damn single time. It's not allowed to get into the backlines of Dignitas. And they kill him before that ultimate finishes.
Exactly. And then Dignitas is like, oh, hey, all the cooldowns are up. Let's go. Let's go in. And then the team fight is won for Dignitas. It's crazy.
And now about to hit that 28-minute mark. 2 dampeners now gone. I don't expect a Leviathan ever to come in here for Dignitas. I don't think I've ever seen them take it once. Maybe when they were back known as the Dragon Slayers, I've seen them take it.
The Dragon Slayers.
But no, not even then. Nope.
It's very in right now.
You're not German, and yet you're pulling off a German accent. Oh yeah, that's all I've got.
That was amazing.
I've been told that. But either way, 2 dampeners, middle and bottom. The top one, the only one remaining, and 2 lanes of Super Drones pushing in. Obviously, they can just group up top. You know, wait for the I said this before, I think, with the Navi HDK game. Just let the Super Drones push. Eventually, someone has to clear them, and then that's when you push in on the top turret. Obviously, going to be waiting for a couple of EMPs maybe to go in on this one.
It's the waiting game of Infinite Crisis. But no, right now we see also Idrikox pushing into the top lane, going for the 3rd dampener. They have this, and even carrying out an EMP, so they really want to commit to the final dampener, and then push this out really hard into their favor.
It's either you fight for this or you lose the game in the end. So you have to keep this dampener. I mean, it's just a must at this
Do
point.
or die.
And you can see Darky pushing, not really taking any damage, and they're slowly forcing them back. They have Schlitzer pushing middle here. It's basically a 4-on-4. Kuja very low HP. Like, for instance, they could have Nurok ulted him. They never could have just killed him right there, but they're saving it specifically for Blood Dragon every time. And now they're going to have Nurok tank it up a little bit. EMP coming in, and they're looking for that last dampener. You know what? They're going to have it as well here. Even the speed drop coming in as well. So maybe looking for a fight right off the back of it. 3 lanes now, Super Drones pushing in. And you can already see those power core turrets. First one already about half HP.
Bah, that's a lot.
Look how not scared Nurok is on the bottom side. He's all
He
by
goes
himself.
right in.
All right, so here we go. They're going to try to fight on their power core turrets. Dignitas, they just have to wait for... Well, once they get those lanes all pushing in, at least the top one to join the party, like, they don't really have to do anything at this point. I mean, I don't think they have an EMP with them to stop those turrets, but they're not going in. Actually getting pushed in, it looks like. And actually, no, he tried to go for the kill onto Kuja there, but it was a little bit unsuccessful. And Darky will be forced to use ultimate as well. So trying to keep him alive. That's 2 big ultimates now committed. And they're still going for the push.
The Darky Lantern is just so powerful. It's crazy.
You see him just slowly harassing him away. Nurok getting very low. Kuja trying to chase after him. You can see he's He wants to go in, but his team just isn't so prepared here. Darky just kind of luring them away, and there we go. Shazam went straight in the back, so Dutchcox helps pick up the kill there. K-Mac will at least secure one, and look at Axon trying to go straight for Chris here, but he's all by himself against 3 people as K-Mac able to help out just a little bit, but it's just not really enough. Switcher comes in, picks up the kill, and that will be not an ace coming out, but delayed ace coming in.
Oh my god.
And that will be Dignitas securing themselves their first win here in this best of 3, and now get one step closer to go up against their rivals Navi in the grand finals. Just so well done.
Very nice.
I mean, again, it's like, yeah, they got first blood, but once you start that Raider, like that's where they really like wait. It's like they're sleeping the entire time, and then the Raider's up. They're like, oh, it's time to play.
It's like someone hit the snooze button on Dignitas, and every time there's a Raider fight happening, it's like, oh.